One, two, three, in the place to be. It's your player partners from the bottom of the map.
From the bottom of the map.
It's your dog Israel.
Ike Hayes.
And before we get into it, make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment, throw your 2 cents in, tell a friend and tell a friend. It's them again. We're about to get into it. And this is gonna be straight to the head. TVD has been named starting quarterback. Emory Williams out for the year. What you think TVD gonna do against Louisville?
Oh man, this is a great topic. All season, what's the real Please stand up. So I feel like, and this was without really going back and looking at the tape of Louisville, but let's go ahead and put it in perspective. Louisville got to be a good team. They beat Notre Dame. They only got one loss. I forget who that loss is to. I think it's to somebody in the ACC though, like Pittsburgh or somebody like that. Ultimately though, here's the thing about UM matches up against anybody in the ACC, even Florida State. We actually have more talent based on, the recruiting standards, of Florida State. I forgot, who put that measurement out. But I also feel like UM shoots themselves in the foot. I feel like UM is probably going to play their best game of the season. This is just my prediction now. I feel like they're going to play their best game of the season. I feel like it's the end of the season. Everything's out of reach. I feel like, and Vegas feels the same way. They got Louisville as a 1-point dog. Is this game at home or is it in Louisville?
Louisville.
Damn. Well, it don't matter. We just came from a hostile environment. I think Miami going to win. I think Miami's going to win because it's the end of the season. They don't have no expectations. And I just think that Mario now, he wants to play hard. He wants to be able to, a lot of times right after a loss like that is when you play your hardest. So I ain't going to lie. I think UM is going to pull it out. I think that they're really going to try to do a lot of running. The defense is going to play good. I expect UM to win. I expect them to play like we thought they were and to probably put together a complete game.
If TVD throws 400 yards, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions, what happens then?
People are on my about time. You got a couple people saying I always knew this and this and this and that. And I just think I think the vanilla play calling, because if we go back to that last game and the last drive, right? They have a successful throw. I don't know if it's Mario or Shannon Dawson. They like one thing, so they go directly back to it. And I'm like, you don't think that's predictable? So then you get away with it 2 times. Then you try to do it a 3rd time. And this is almost like, you do realize that the other dude on the other side of the ball makes close to $1 million, right? Do you really think that he's going to let you do the same thing? We're at home. We're not coordinators. We're looking like, bro, don't do the same thing the 3rd time. Come on, my nigga. Like, you don't think that they know you coming? You hit the front door a couple times, but they're going to be at the back door. So my thing is, TVD got out there, and I remember the scramble play, whatever they designed for him, it's an all-out blitz. You got to know they're going to blitz. So you don't have a protection. We don't have like a running back, a screen. You got to have plays then when you know they're going to blitz. And so I feel like TVD a lot of times, even when he was in there, he was, running for his life because the offense is predictable. Even that one Emory pass that he threw to George and George scored, that was luck. They're going to look back at the tape and just they was out of position. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that, Dawson is going to have to do excellent play calling, but you already see that, you know what? I'm not saying that we always like to run a lot, but have some misdirection for the life of me. And don't put TVD in a position where he got a freestyle because the defense already reads the play. I think that's the only thing right there. As long as they make, an unpredictable, Mario's biggest thing is you want to run the throw. Why are y'all throwing 2 or 3 times? I understand that the clock is running, but you need to mix it up. So it's crazy because I just think that when we look at this season, coaching is going to it's always going to be a big ass factor because like you said, if we could just get a decent, respectable, just give me something, then it's just like, damn, you know what, T, because I still don't think TVD, I think even that last interception is he's running for his life. The clock is out. You know what I'm saying? Josh Allen, same shit. Like he just threw an interception, even though Josh Allen freestyles like that. I don't think TVD wants to do that, but I know that he feels stressed to make a play. He could have thrown the ball away, and you know what I'm saying? We would have, the clock was running down. But, we talk about clock management. We talk about UM. We talking about F grades. So I just think as long as the game doesn't come down to situational football, UM wins. Matter of fact, as long as it doesn't come down to that. If it comes down to us on the last possession, we lose. We lose.
So Ja'Cory Brown is redshirting. There's no other quarterback, and this is a question for like moving forward. Emory Williams, he's out for the season. TVD, I guess he's going to start the rest of the year. What do you think they do moving forward at quarterback? They're not going to commit. Do you think that Emory Williams is going to be QB1 going into next year? Are they hitting the portal? I haven't heard anything about QB recruits. Um,
I do think they got a recruit in the class. They do got a recruit, but he's gonna be a true freshman. You don't expect that. I do think somebody sees this. Somebody in the quarterback room on TV. You know what I'm saying, is gonna see this, and they're gonna hit the transfer portal and probably bring. You know what I'm saying, probably bring in somebody who's not highly regarded, but somebody who's at least decent. Um, and I also feel like they got to give TVD a fair shot too. And I see a QB battle with Emory and QB, with Emory and TVD going into next year. I think that's just what it looks like. And I don't think that they outright hand Emory the job. I think they're telling us that now. They're going to compete. And I think TVD is going to have a great camp again. And I just think it's going to be one of those situations where maybe TVD ends up starting. As soon as he looks bad, they pull him as starter or they go with Emory. But either way, I expect a real battle through camp.
all right. Lastly, Miami loses the last two games of the season. They're bowl eligible now because they have 6 wins, but they can go. They can slide into the end of the year 6-6. Let's say they lose the last couple games of the year. They go into the bowl game. They look bad and they lose again. Um, does Mario still have the full support of the university, or
Of
does it
course.
start becoming he needs to start producing? Because now we can't keep giving him like all he needs is recruits and he needs to
Well,
get.
nah, he only had 2 years. You gave Manny 4. You gave Al Golden like 4. So no, listen. For $100 million, I'm gonna stick by what I said at the beginning. UM is not going to pay no huge buyout. That buyout has to be south of 50 million. It can't be 67 million. I don't think UM pays the 50 million. I got a homeboy who's like anybody could be bought out. It's a very general point. Let's be specifics here. They're a private school. Where are they going to get the money from? The money that they paid Mario was from the health program, was from some moves that the last president, Donna Shalala, came. So before that, you didn't have no money. So I feel like he's always going to have the full support of the university. He's going to have that support for at least the next 5, 6 years. All he has to do is be competitive. And like I said, if he wins them 2 games, he's good. It would literally take them 5 or 6 years in, and he's not. And one thing about Mario is I like 5 and 7 to be his worst. He's gonna next year. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes 9 and 4, or at
Mm,
least 8 and 5 next year. Watch, you know what I'm saying. We're gonna go. I still like us to be like you said. We got 2 more games, so at worst we can go what 6 and 8.
no, no, no. We can go 6-6.
We can go 6 and 6, or we can go what 7 and 6.
We can go 7-5.
Okay,
I think we're 6-4 right now. We got two
okay.
more games left, so we can lose two, or we can go 8-4. 8-4 would be the best we can do.
Oh my goodness. Yo, he goes 8 and 4. That sounds a lot better. You look at the 4 losses, people are gonna say the same thing. Well, they're really 9 and 3. Well, they're really 10 and 2. So I think honestly, I'm gonna go ahead and give Buddy the man. Like I said, even though I'm not a fan, I'm like, look, man, he beats Louisville, we win the bowl game, we go 8 and 4. Next year we go 9 and 3, then we go 10 and 2. Then we take a step back. If if he does that, they're gonna let him ride the whole contract.
So Mario, so in your from you think Mario is not the brand of the university. We
Oh
roll with
yes,
Mario.
he spent too much, and he's not gonna win a championship, but he's gonna have you above average competitive, and he's gonna bring in those sexy recruits. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be surprised. Shamar Stewart from Texas A&M. That'd be a name to watch. You think he don't want to come home? They don't know who the coach is over there, man. Right now, as we speak, them coaches is gauging interest, trying to see what's up. So look.
Well, we're gonna see how it moves forward. I think we pay attention. I think college football has a fair understanding of how coaches and university brands kind of go hand in hand, and how Mario if he's going to be the brand of the university, we got to have some winning associated with it too. It just can't be, you're a name the whole time guy and nostalgia. Like you're going to be the brand of the university, i.e., Kirby Smart or Nick Saban. Harbaugh was catching flack for a while because he wasn't winning. But now, when you got them
He
winning,
was already a proven winner in the NFL. And to be fair about it, Mario not won enough at Oregon. So, like I said, he's gonna do the same thing at Oregon. We're not winning no championship, but we can go 10-2 all day. Let's go.
I was like, man, let's get an ACC championship at least.
Nah, 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 nah. We got about 3 more years for that because now Florida State is good. Now the rest of the ACC is catching up. We got to play Louisville. Louisville might be in the championship. So no, you know what? But we're gonna have good recruiting classes, and he's gonna be competitive. So he does what he does at Oregon, and Miami is fine with that. This is a new day. You got the fans, and then you got the administration and the school. And the school is just like, look, we're above average competitive. We're good.
All right, real quick, let's shift gears. Going from Hurricane football to Hurricane basketball. Larinaga, that's a coaching name that I feel like we can count on. Um, Hurricanes are
Hall of
right.
Fame coach? You mean the best coach that we've ever had? And you know what I'm saying, on the basketball side, not disrespecting Leonard Hamilton, will not disrespect Frank Hay. I felt like basketball has consistently had good coaching. Now we have a great, program game changer.
Right now they're number 12. They're 3-0. First in the ACC right now. They just came off of a close victory. FIU. Just want to say, pay attention to what they got going on. They had a lot of returners. Even though we lost Jordan Miller and Isaiah Wong last year, still got Nigel Pack, still got Wooga, still got Norman or Chad. Um, so we still,
Honestly, I ain't gonna lie. I like them, and I think they're gonna be good, but I think they're gonna take a small step back. I feel like for the last 2 years, we went to Elite Eight, and the Final Four. I think this is a season where we do good, but we're gonna take a step back. I don't think that type of success can be replicated just consistently. You know what I'm saying? And I think they got the firepower, but I think it's gonna be a lot during the season when they get tested for them to step up and really play together as well. So I think they'll make the tournament. I think they'll be good, but I also think that this will be a year where they really have to learn to play together, because it's essentially they got a lot of what I'm saying, returning pieces, but I just feel like that chemistry is going to be something. So that's just my prediction. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, because Isaiah Wong had been there long enough, and he was kind of your leader. Miller also, but I would say, Norchad Ormir, he's been there for a while. Nigel Pack, who ain't been my favorite, but this will be his second year in the program. Wooga, he's a junior now, so they've been kind of playing together. They got the new face on Cleveland from the Florida State transfer. I think they
Yeah.
got more offensive firepower. Um, Biz,
Norman's only been there 2 years too, though. Omir, he's only been there 2
yeah,
years too. He
yeah.
transferred in as well. So you
Mhm.
don't have no 4-year person there. Wooga, he's a homegrown, so he's been there, but
I just think they got some offensive firepower, but you're right. It takes that team chemistry. Them playing together for a while. They made a run to a Final Four. They've been consistently overlooked, but they've been able to make deep runs in the tournament or just been mainstays in the tournament. They don't get to the tournament, get knocked out in the first round. They've been making it to Sweet 16s, Elite Eights, and typically in the ACC, they just get overlooked year after year after year after year. Even with Larinaga, even with the good teams they've had in the past, winning the ACC regular season and ACC tournament, they haven't gotten a 1 seed. Um, but just will say, they do have a top 10 recruiting class coming in. So just want to shout them out, and just show love to the team that you get the return on when you got the right coaching. You got the right coaching, you get the return, and we seeing the return like consistently good. Like you say, legendary coach, and the team is playing well. They got they're going into the soft part of their schedule, So, they don't have anything, big games coming up, but you'll see soon, how well, they're gonna play. They do play Kentucky coming up in a couple of games, so that'll be a test for them until they get into ACC play a little bit later in the season. But just pay attention to what them boys doing around there, and we showing love, and hopefully they keep it up, keep it going, and they can show the football team how to do it. Cause yeah, they don't know what they're doing over there.
Well, man, that's all we got for this show. You know what I'm saying? Until next time, from the bottom of the map.
For the bottom of the map,
All right, we gone.
we gone.